No intro, let's just dive in. It's lore time. Man, do I have stuff to say. By the way, this only came to my mod. I just made this shit up because why not? So, let's start this off with the known knowledge of eldiego. From what all the information I could gather about eldiego, it seems to be that he is some sort of Venezuelan drug lord who has an extreme temper and tends to curse a lot. He also seems to be the doppelganger for Doys. I'm going to build off of this. I like to imagine he was just a regular drug lord, but became a noise-like character after hearing the success of the noise and wanting to replicate it. So he can use it as a side gig / mask for his drug empire. Kind of like Gustavo Fring with Los Pueblos Hermanos from Breaking Bad. Also, I think his full name would be eldiego, since the duh in the noise stands for Theodore, and the duh in the doys is presumably also Theodore, since the doys is just an unoriginal B color. So I think the L in El Diego would stand for Eladio. Since I have no idea where else to put this, I'm just gonna put it here. I like to imagine the relationship between Diego and the Doys is pretty terrible. I think because of this is because I imagine the Doys messing up Diego's drug operation, making him so pissed off he's supposed to do nothing but kill him. Now it's time to talk about El Diego's Bedito equivalent, which seems to be the Froise. Since El Diego is a doppelganger of the Doys, it only makes sense that he will have his own Bedito equivalent. Also, it seems to be some sort of connection between the Froise and El Diego, from what I can tell. I'm basing this off of El Diego's boss fight in the full course model before the team decided to merge with the round 2 team in the final round. Since in the end of El Diego's boss fight, you can see the Froise swooping in to take El Diego, killing him just like the Doys. So, I spewed out everything I can conjure up. It's time to use it all to create the ultimate story for El Diego. Once upon a time, there was a man named Eladio Diego. He was the most powerful drug lord in Venezuela, thanks to his asshole-like personality, as well as with his supreme product of which may be able to expand his business beyond Venezuela, make connections all around the world, like the Pizza Tower via his bandito chickens, which is something I forgot to talk about earlier. They're basically his henchmen, which I'm only saying because both of them wear sombreros. Thanks to his connections, he becomes aware of the noise. Seeing the noise's fame gave him a wonderful idea, as he now wants to replicate it for himself, as it will give him plenty of advantages, such as giving him more money, as well as making sure it hides his secret drug business, as well as himself from the authorities. So he makes a similar looking costume, grabs his sombrero, and goes by a different alias, known as El Diego. The only thing he needs now is a sidekick, as he thinks he'll get more profit with one. So he creates an audition for anyone to come be his sidekick. Enter the Froise, a man down on his luck and needs to get cash quick. He sees the poster for El Diego's auditioning, and so immediately goes and really deficits on fucking cash. He sees this as a stroke of good luck, But unfortunately, it would be the fucking opposite. He would grow to regret ever doing this. The Froise immediately got hired to be Eldiego's sidekick, as he was the only one there who even wanted to participate. So, the duo known as Eldiego and the Froise came to be. As soon as Eldiego and the Froise began their first episode, eldiego just started treating the Froise like absolute dog shit. They have a terrible relationship. Like, it is fucking awful. eldiego basically treats him like a dog, and the pay was barely able to make him get by. He wanted to leave so bad, but he was unable to because when he got hired, he also had to sign a contract which basically made him a slave to eldiego. Because of this, it made him extremely suicidal. He just wanted to kill himself. I like to imagine he lost his eye by eldiego, like in some god-awful stunt gone wrong. Like eldiego made him do some extremely dangerous stunt which ended in his eye getting stabbed with like some sharp piece of metal. However, despite all this, they still became extremely popular, spreading around across the world, which made sure it helped Diego's business expand as well. They became so big that even the noise himself started to notice them, which he usually doesn't when it comes to bootlegs. eldiego even made special episodes, like there's an episode where he and the Froise went to the Pizzatower, an episode where they went to a haunted mansion. Like, the show was fucking popping off. But during all of this, the Froise began to notice a lot of oddities. There were always giant trucks and vans in the back of the building where they do their episodes, or they have gigantic containers filled with boxes of suspicious white powder labeled Mi Producto. Men in black were hiding always in the background or behind the stage. eldiego, whenever his intervention, always went back and did these weird cryptic meetings with them. Everything felt really, really fishy. So one day, he decided to investigate, starting with eldiego's office. He tried and waited and made sure that eldiego was gone and made his way to his office. It was locked, but he decided to just break down the door, just fucking bash it. Then went in and checked his drawer, only to find incriminating evidence all about eldiego's drug business. But unfortunately for the Froise, eldiego was actually outside. He was just getting some of his product to some junkie. That was until he heard some really loud noises coming from the building. So the Froise himself bashing the door open. So he comes in, gun out, and then sees the Froise with all his drug operating plans in his fucking hands. Before the Froise could even say anything, he points his gun at the Froise and shoots him square in the fucking face, right into his eye, killing him instantly. eldiego then drags his corpse out, throws it in the fucking dumpster in the back, and then just leaves. He then cleans up all the blood-stained grave after killing the Froise, and then proceeds to try to create some fucking half-baked garbage explanation to why the Froise is just gone. Like, he tried to explain to the audience and staff, and it just sounds like he just had Chat GPT. He just made it up for him. Like,
you may have noticed a certain absence, a familiar voice not echoing through the wings, a particular laugh missing from the dressing room chaos. Yes, our dear comrade, Froise, will no longer be gracing the stage. Now, before rumors start swirling like confetti in a windstorm.
He somehow managed to get away with it. Well, he thought he did anyway, because the ghost of the Froise was still there. You watched it all happen. Him just throwing his corpse in the fucking garbage. Him lying to the audience and the fucking co-workers why he disappeared. He was absolutely fucking livid, bro. Like, he was fucking fuming. Like, steam was coming out of his goddamn ears. But he continued watching eldiego. See him do all these heinous actions behind the scenes, ruining lives, just being an overall piece of shit. This was enough for Froise. He had to do something. So at first he's tried to haunt the fucking stage, the fucking studio. Just making like subliminal messages, secretly just throwing shit at eldiego, trying to kill him. None of it worked. Actually, all this benefited eldiego as people were tuning in more, just wanting to see what other crazy ass shit was gonna happen. And this was when Froise had even more enough of this fucking shit. So he decided he was gonna finally kill Diego. And he planned and he planned and he planned, and when it was about time for fruition, he acted. At first, he just followed eldiego at home, making sure he kept as quiet as possible. Then, once he had his back turned, he grabbed the nearest fucking weapon and bashed it over the head of him. Then, once he's fucking knocked out, he got his fucking ass, tightened him up in his basement. First, he brutally tortures eldiego, fucking pouring boiling hot water at his ass, stabbing him relentlessly. Then he goes to the authorities and not only gives them all the information that he can get from about eldiego, like all his operations, his drug deals, his men, he gives it all to the police, in which they seize all of it. And he made sure to hide in the shadows and record it all, so he can go back to eldiego and show him like everything inside crumbling right in front of his eyes, and he's unable to jack shit about it. And so everyone knows eldiego's a fucking drug lord. The secret is out, the cat's out of the fucking bag, and the police are already outside his door ready to bust in. Before that can happen, Froise grabs eldiego and strangles him with his self-made noose, making it look like he killed himself. And since he's dead, and all the information they can get, it seems like the case was closed. But it was not over for eldiego after his soul was dragged out into purgatory, where he was able to fight the doors. But afterwards, Froise gets tired of this, and so he decides he's gonna take matters into his own hands, and so kills him yet again and drags him right into hell, into a replica of a tower, where he is basically God and can do whatever the hell he wants with eldiego. This is exactly what he does. Just treat him like a puppet, toying with him until the end of time, basically sending him into eternal damnation. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoy this video. This fucking weird ass fanfic, whatever the hell this was. And I hope you like and subscribe. And most of all, please comment. Please have a single comment on any of these videos, man. Please comment, man. Like, just be fucking lonely, please. And I'll see you in the next video where I'll be talking about eldiego's moveset.
Bye bye!